So today I'm going to do popcorn, all right? The reason why I'm doing this week is to get us in the habit of taking the traditional kind of snack foods that are definitely not serving us, right? The grocery store versions of the potato chips and the popcorn in like the weird packages that are lined with whatever, right? Things that are cooked in toxic oils in some factory, God knows where, right? But the reality is some of this stuff is so fun to eat and can have a place in our weekly routines, right? Or maybe even monthly, okay? Things like popcorn. I don't eat a lot of popcorn. It doesn't make me feel great, right? But once in a while, if I'm gonna eat it, right? And if I'm gonna have my son eat it, I'm gonna make it because I can control the ingredients. I know what's going on. I can make it delicious. We can make it delicious and fast and as nutritious as can be, okay? So let's get started. I've been getting this a little bit hot. I like to use a pan with a nice tight-fitting lid, okay? And also a pan that's got some room for this popcorn to expand naturally, right? So I'm gonna use extra virgin coconut oil. All right, I really dig on this Origins company here in Europe. If you're tuning in from Europe, I'm sure you've seen this, and in places like Soledo and some of the organic stores in Portugal, you can get it online. But what you're looking for is the extra virgin, not the deodorized or not virgin, right? That may have been cooked or chemically extracted, etc., etc. So I'm abundant with this coconut oil. You could use ghee here. That's going to go in, and I'm going to create a layer of organic, sprouted if possible. In the States, you can buy sprouted popcorn. I haven't been able to find it here, but definitely organic. You don't want the GMO stuff. You don't want the stuff that's been sprayed with a bunch of pesticides. And it's just popcorn, right? This is going to be cheap no matter what, especially even if it's organic, okay? So, you're going to do one layer, okay? Which looks like basically this, okay? You don't want to go and overcrowd it, but it's basically one flat layer covering the surface, okay? I'm going to take this opportunity to give it a base layer of seasoning with my Himalayan pink salt or sea salt. I'm going to wait with this guy close by, blocking my face, right? I'm going to wait for that first pop, okay? The pan or the stovetop is on pretty high. So I'm going to wait for that first pop, and I'm just going to bring down the heat just a little bit and let it cook and let it pop until it starts to, the popping starts to kind of slow down. Like the classic method for the microwave, right? So I'm going to give that a second. So as that's happening, right, as that first pop is about to happen, let's dive a little bit deeper into this conversation, okay? Now, especially if you've got kids, I see stuff like this as a massive opportunity, right? So, for example, if we're out and maybe we're in a store and Rafa says, hey, I want some of that popcorn. I want it. That creates an opportunity for us to say, well, we can actually make this better. And to have a frank conversation about that popcorn in the store and say, well, look, Rafa, this has hydrogenated vegetable oil or whatever, right? And we have an honest conversation in the store and say, well, this maybe will hurt our tummies, or, this isn't good for us. And just have an honest conversation about that. And what we'll say is, and what I will say is, let's go home and make it together, okay? And even if I haven't done that before, I'll say, let's go home and learn how to make that together, okay? So it's a win-win, and what an opportunity. Oh, there's our first pop. Now I'm covering, okay? What an opportunity as parents to have this honest dialogue with our kids, right? And to not run away from those conversations, but then to also have this discovery process together, right? And to realize that we can own this, right? we own this space in our world, in our kitchens, okay? We are not dependent on outsourcing our food. We can figure out how to make it for us in a way that aligns with how we want to show up as humans. Okay. No matter how many times I do this, this never is not fun to hear this popping, right? Once in a while I like to give it a shake. Let's listen for a sec. Hello guys that are here live. Thank you for those waves. Now, the key here is the last thing you want to do is burn, right? The other thing you don't want to do, of course, is underdo it so you've got a bunch of unpopped kernels that could end up in a broken tooth or something like that, okay? Especially if it's for your kids. Slowing down. And this is where I like to kind of drop the heat a little bit. Slowing down, still going, give it a shake. Now, in the meantime, I've got a big bowl nearby. And you've got options on how to finish this. Of course, you could treat it with, whatever spices you want. And you could add additional fat. Options being olive oil, extra virgin olive oil, more coconut oil, whole butter, which would be super nice. I think that's going to be good, okay? Now let's check. Open away from you, okay? Not towards you to get that steam facial. It could seriously hurt you. Another couple, okay. In it goes. And I don't see any residual corn kernels, and there's no burnt. So we nailed that one, okay? I'm going to kill the heat. I'm going to taste one. Maybe a pinch more salt. And just to show you what it looks like, you want to toss this with your fat. I actually love hitting it with some extra virgin olive oil. This is why you want a big bowl. And that is a massive bowl of popcorn. That home version probably cost 40 cents, I would guess, that amount of corn. That would have been for organic virgin coconut oil, organic popcorn. This easily would have been a $3.50, $4 bag. In the airport, it was probably $10. So more affordable, way more delicious, way more nutritious than the store-bought option, okay? So that's the theme this week. Today being popcorn. I think next up we're going to do potato chips. Hopefully Rafa will be around for that one. I was hoping to have him up. There he is now. Mommy just picked him up from school. So, guys, that is popcorn. I challenge you to do this at home if you have not done this before. And share with me how it went. If you've got any questions, hit me up. But happy cooking. How do you end this? I never know how to end this live. Where's the button to do this? Always so awkward at the end of this thing. They don't make it easy for you, huh? Hilarious. Anyone still here? I'm sure this is entertaining. Like, where the heck is the end button? Oh, I guess you just do that.